more useful advice, more practical advice, more pragmatic advice for you to be using today. If your test was tomorrow, this is something you could improve tomorrow. Sometimes other things like pronunciation and grammar, if you do need to improve that, that's going to be something that probably takes some time, right? Okay, well, here's something that if your test was tomorrow, you could apply tomorrow. I don't know if you're going to be able to break out of your old habits, but you could apply this tomorrow. Other people have surprised me at how quickly they were able to apply it. And I'm really glad that they surprised me. I hope you're able to apply this very quickly also, and that's this. At the beginning of your answers, questions 2, 3, and 4, this is when it's more likely to happen. Start your answers with small sentences on purpose. Instead of at the beginning of your answer doing what most people do when they first start with me, which is say way too much at the beginning. Grammatically, it's an overrun sentence. But more importantly, it's not organized. It's not separated. In writing, we can see a full stop, period. In speaking, there should be an audible form of that. There should be a little pause. There should be the audio version of seeing a period, full stop. One time, pharmacist Norhan, who you might have seen in one of my other videos, when she was thanking me for helping her to get 26 and pass the speaking section for her FPGEE, she said she was really glad for me to give her that advice. She said that unfortunately, somebody that she paid before me gave her the advice of use the longest sentences you can. Yeah, flex your speaking fluency muscles is what this person told her by making the longest complicated sentences you can. It shows that you're capable of this. And I said, okay, maybe that sounds like good advice, but in reality, look what just happened. And then I told her, when you did that, do you remember when you hesitated? Do you remember when you started to use filler words because you didn't know what to say? You remember that part in your answer? We were practicing, Norhan, right? She says, yeah. I say, I would have already been on my second sentence when that part of your answer happened to you. That part that you were struggling on, that part that you just asked me how to improve on came about because you were following the advice of give the longest sentences you can. No, don't do that. Those of you that are studying my answers, those of you guys that are studying my answers as you should be, have noticed that I use short sentences on purpose. I could be using longer sentences, but then I would run into the trouble that you run into. Instead, I on purpose use smaller sentences. I separate my ideas. You can audibly hear me ending one sentence. Then you can hear me starting a new sentence. My ideas are more separated and more organized. You do the same so that you can pass your test faster.